Radiant team ban.
Hello everyone and welcome back to SDL 2014 Season 1. My name is Boakley, joining me is Silk and Pythons, and we're from 4 States Casting. Now, this is Game 2 of Yamad versus Belem 5, and we're bringing you an action-packed match. Yamad brought a lane combination last match that we saw that absolutely dominated the aggressive tri-lane, and that was the Treant with the IO and Chaos Knight combination, and that was just, you had the regen, you had both health regen and mana regen coming from the IO and the Treant Protector, and it was too much for Belem 5 to handle. The Luna and both supports just got wrecked in their lane, and they could not recover after that point, and there was just a snowball. So welcome guys, and what are you hoping to see out of this match?
10 seconds remaining.
I think we need Yamad needs to get 2 supports with pretty solid stuns to stop that kind of tower dive happening again, because he's proven that he can do it. They need to find a way to lock him under tower before he can shift that tower aggro away.
Yeah. The Warden of Eon's Past from Yamad was just amazing at attention to detail, shifting the tower aggro, making sure that he was moving and cancelling the wind back animation of each attack. So he was just really good plays and attention to detail from Yamad with the last match. Not maybe they're choosing it because he cancels or counteracts their team lineup that they have in mind, and they've also gone the Invoker ban, which is a very common one, as we said last match with the current meta. Invoker Quaswex build is fast becoming a huge thing, and even in the professional scene, not only the Quaswex build, but even the Exhort has been used every now and then. We saw Eternal Envy not too long ago rock a match with an Exhort Invoker. So the Nature's Prophet picked up on the side of Belem 5, and we're probably going to be seeing the Nature's Prophet in the offlane. He's become less and less popular, running him in a jungling position and putting him in the offlane to get those faster levels, a little bit more potential for gold. You know, farming a lane is a little bit more worth your while than trying to farm the jungle at the early levels.
Dire team pick.
So we see Batrider picked up first up for Yamad, and a Spectre paired. So this is another less common team composition already on the side of Yamad, and I'm already interested to see how they're going to lane this, whether they're going to be putting the Batrider mid or maybe a solo position. Batrider can even farm the jungle with his Firefly, although that generally is a pretty greedy sort of setup. So Spectre, of course, is going to be the
10 seconds remaining.
hard carry and number 1 farming position. So Warden of Eon's Past is probably going to be jumping on her and answering the Batrider and Spectre combo, or the Batrider and Spectre picks. Is the Ancient Apparition from Belem 5. Now I know, Silk, you are a big fan of the Ancient Apparition pick.
Oh, absolutely. They've actually got my 2 best played heroes there. Both of which, though, the reason they're my best is because if you start getting the kind of situation like they had last game with Yamad, just engaging on them under towers and everything, you can go, you know what, I am not going to fight you. I can just back away. I can stop you pushing with my ulti, and you can just stay away while I farm.
Yeah, and you also have the potential of Nature's Prophet coming in to help out in any sort of gank, and you've got the Ancient Apparition ulti that can just come from anywhere on the map. So it's 2 global strategies that are going to allow a lot more movement and a lot more team fight and some skills coming from even other lanes early in the game. Now, Pythons, you've been pretty quiet so far. How are you feeling today?
10 seconds
Oh,
remaining.
yeah, no, good man, good back now. I'm sorry that I missed those couple of games before. I was actually just
5 seconds
catching up on the
remaining.
last match. I was sitting here pretty quiet, just catching up on both teams and learning the sort of ways they were
Reserve
playing and
time.
what was happening. And it was a very interesting game from my last Yao Mad. Definitely shut Belem 5 down pretty hard and quickly, from my understanding from me watching. Definitely a couple of interesting picks here so far. As again, Nature's Prophets. Beautiful, nice little pick there. Bat Rider again, beautiful flame with his first ability to just, oh god, slows everything. It's ridiculous. But my interesting pick is at the moment with the Ancient Apparition. I hope the Belem 5 actually picks some magic guys then to do some more magic damage with that Cold Feet and Ancient Apparition's ability. I'm actually looking forward to seeing some big plays here with some magic damage, especially to shut down Spectre. I think they're definitely going to be looking at Ancient Apparition to get that Cold Feet off on him, holding him in a spot, getting Chilling Touch out, and getting some big magical damage
10
happening.
seconds
So
remaining.
it'll be
That's
interesting
right.
to see. Hope
And the
it's a
other
good
thing
game.
is too, with the Spectre,
5 seconds
because of that
remaining.
dispersion reflecting 22% of the damage back at you, whatever you do, it does get
Reserve
reduced by
time.
the radius, so the further you are away, the less you get hit. But it's a lot. So that Ancient Apparition 10, 11 and 12% debuff shatter is very important.
Definitely.
So we see burnouts coming from Yamad on the OD and the Queen of Pain. So
Radiant
two
team pick.
quite strong mid heroes here. So whether they're wanting to put the Bat Rider mid and eliminate some of these heroes that give him a hard time, or they have a specific mid hero in mind that they don't want the OD or the Queen of Pain to be, you know, harassing out of that mid lane. We'll just have to wait and see. And the counter bans on Belem 5 is the Nyx Assassin and the Clockwork. And the Nyx Assassin was run
10
in the
seconds
solo
remaining.
offlane for Yamad last game. So Belem 5 obviously don't want to
5
go up
seconds
against a
remaining.
Nyx Assassin again this match. And Jakiro picked up, which is,
Reserve time.
he's with the 6.80 patch, he had a little bit of a change around with his skills to make him a little bit stronger in the early to mid game stage. So I do wonder what we're going to be seeing in terms of Yamad, because this team composition so far away from the standard meta right now. So they're bringing out some new fresh plays, and we'll just have to see what the hero picks are going to be for this composition. So Lion
Definitely.
pulled out, so I think that was a good call there, Pythons, with that magic damage and the nuke and the stun as well.
Exactly, I said they're going to be definitely locking them down, guys.
I
Especially
think-
too, now that I've just pick up that pickup as Jerry, as you were saying before. Bat Rider's moves with his flame and everything, I definitely think they're going to be using Jerry to hold him in place. Hey, why Jericho's also got his ulti, Bat Rider with Firefly, Spectre slowing
seconds
one of
remaining.
those heroes, probably definitely their hard carry, or if Spectre's
5
smart,
seconds
they might
remaining.
actually hit that Ancient Apparition pretty quick. As again,
Radiant
another pickup,
team
look at that
pick.
Bane. They're definitely going for a disabled team here. They're definitely going to be going
Yep.
for those pick-offs,
If I were
shutdowns very quickly.
Belem 5, I would be going a full range team as of now, because you've got that Spectre, you don't want to be in melee range anyway. I would go a Drow, so you've got that big AoE pushback silence, and then you've got when people like Bat Rider try and come in, you can just lock them down and kill them.
10 seconds remaining. 5
Well,
seconds.
I love
with
using
the-
Bane. Bane's a great hero. That's going to shut down line pretty quick.
Reserve
Yeah,
time.
and putting in a nightmare. Do you think we could be seeing? I think the Bane will most likely be leaning with the Jakiro, but do you think we might be seeing maybe a mid Marana or something to sort of mesh with that nightmare pick? Or
Nah,
what sort of
definitely
mids
not.
would you guys see?
I definitely think Bat Rider's going mid for Team Yoa Mad. Definitely that's why they took out the OD and the Quap. A couple of heroes that do harass Bat Rider quite a bit efficiently if not handled properly. So definitely Bat Rider's going mid, I reckon, for Yoa Mad, unless they pick up another mid for some uncertain reason. Mid for Belem 5, if they are going to put an Ancient Apparition mid. Okay, early levels, trying to get that ult up quick for those early ganks would be very important for the Belem 5. They definitely want to get a better head start than
10
what happened
seconds
last game.
remaining.
So
I think they're being
it'll be
trolled.
Good to see and wait out. Oh, there you go. There's their mid.
I think Yao Mad's
Yeah,
trolling them.
Tinker pulled out.
And I think Yao Yalmad is actually planning on going a long-term farm game this game, and they have no intentions of aggression with the Spectre pick.
This is a lot of team
10 seconds remaining.
maneuverability and movement around this entire map. The
5
Tinker is
seconds
able to
remaining.
just jump, is as
Radiant
as
team
free to move around the map as a Nature's Prophet. So once he's mid and gets his quick boot to travel, he's going to be set to run around and gank with these Nature's Prophets. So when you're in lane and you think you see 3 heroes, potentially you could have 5 there, you know, out of nowhere.
Absolutely.
Radiant
I
team
couldn't have
pick.
resisted if I was Yalmad picking up a Nyx, given there's 4 intel heroes.
Yeah.
Anti-mage.
See, that's an interesting choice for carry, because I don't think he beats Spectre personally. If Spectre gets
Linked
equivalent
lots of-
farm, I don't think he wins.
You don't think he wins?
No, just because of the 22% refraction, like dispersion, back at him, and he's in the full range of it.
That's a fair call. And Anime, look, they've gone for a high movement team. So you've got the blink, you've got the 2 teleports of their mid and their off lane, and the ultimate that's global from Ancient Apparition. So there's a potential for a really aggressive playstyle here with a lot of backup coming from all different lanes, but I'm not sure whether they'll be able to pull it off. So on the side of the Radiant, we have for Belem 5 Nyx on the Nature's Prophet. We've got Friskin on the Anti-Mage farming up a Storm, hopefully. We got Cass on the Ancient Apparition, Aquino on the supporting Lion. It's going to be in the tri-lane with the Anti-Mage, and we've got Nico Wed or Nicode on
30 seconds to
the
battle.
mid Tinker. And if you guys want to introduce the Dire, who are currently 5-man smoked and didn't manage to find anyone.
No, I think they just wanted to place
Yeah,
the ward.
definitely. Yeah, maybe. Well, yeah, on Mad we have Efreet with Bane, we have Kitsune with Spectre, we have MTK on Jakiro, we have Warden
Heroes roll
Beyond
out to the
Spes
field of
on
glory.
Alchemist, and we have Beliza on Batrider. Interesting couple of names there, I think, Boakley.
There's a bit of misleading happening here
Yeah.
too. Prophet just sent trees up that way to make it look like he's going to be in that lane.
That is some good misdirection. And some misdirection as well is that we have a Spectre mid, guys. We have Spectre in the mid lane.
Oh wow.
Right.
I think they expected a Tinker
definitely
to do the Ancients, just because they did block them, or did try and block them with that ward. I think they just want to keep an eye
Well, I
on him.
definitely too
I
saw there
wanna
with
know.
that anti-mage pickup, guys, and too with Ancient Apparition again. They're definitely like that chilling touch with AM's ulti, big massive damage in the miss of mana. So they're definitely going to be looking to get that off pretty quickly.
The Nightmares come out
Oh.
with the Bane into
Have
the
an
Jakiro
Alchemist.
Ice Path,
Oh,
into the
first blood.
stun, and Lion is going to go down first blood, but Alk taking a fair bit of damage from this Anti-Mage, and Anti-Mage is just going to right-click him to death. Nature's Prophet TP'd in as well, and he's going to be available. Anti-Mage is going to manage to finally get him, finish him off, and Bane is in the crux of it right now. He's dealing a fair bit of damage, copying it from the Ancient Apparition, and Bane is probably going to go down here with a couple more right-clicks from Anti-Mage, and now Hero is, Nature's Prophet way too far out. He is in so much trouble with the Firefly of the Batrider, and he's going to get a stun copped from Alchemist, and he's going to go down. Anyway, he needs to get his butt out of there. He blinks, and he should be nice and safe. Although it cops the edge of an ice path, but it'll be fine.
Well, that was a definitely interesting first blood and team fights for the evening from both sides of the team. Great team play by both,
really
I shall
full
say.
on. That was a 2v2 or 2 for 2 on either side. So wait, two kills. I know the Lion went down, and the Nature's Prophet went down as well,
Bottom tower is on
and that
its
was
way
for a
further
Bane
down.
and an Alchemist.
Well, this Spectre doesn't be careful, he's also going to see blood soon. Tinker is smashing him, and Spectre just kept coming in.
He's
so
also
I
not
don't really know
speccing
the
how I
understanding
thought he
of
would.
that, but
Normally, when you want to survive survived some tank in lane, you usually go the dispersion, but he hasn't. So, pretty interesting to see what his actual plan is.
Yeah, because he is copying a lot from the Tinker, and he's actually upgraded to a poor man's shield from that original. From the original shield that he copped it. So I don't know if that's actually going to block that much. Sure, it's going to block some of the right click of Tinker, but most of Tinker's damage is coming from magic nukes.
Yeah, exactly.
It is, and Tinker just got his bottle already, so he's way on touch at the moment.
That's
and Spectre
right.
is starting to fall back on his feet if this Tinker keeps charging.
I only generally get the poor man's
there
if
goes.
you're expecting a lot of right click damage. Like, and you've got a way to block the magic. Like, for example, Juggernaut is a great carrier of 4-man shield because you can spin, and then you only have to deal with the right click.
Oh, another interesting fight up top, Boakley.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And now the Coffee's going to go on the Bane. If he can actually get a couple more right clicks, he nightmares himself to stop from the right click, but he manages the
Tree
the tree
micro.
manages to click in and break that nightmare. And down goes Jakiro to the last right click from Anti-Mage, and stun popped out from the line. Line's going to go down to the tower, but he did save Anti-Mage's life, and Anti-Mage is going to be able to escape with a sliver of life. Same with the Nature Prophet, although why they're sticking around, I have no idea.
I know, but he's about to be acid spray, I'm assuming, and one's about
I
to
would
be
be
cocked
channeling
bottom,
if I was
think
out.
it's
I'd be
Nature's Prophet.
very confident.
Oh, Alchemist. Alchemist
I
should
think-
have been charging in a lot more and a lot quicker.
Having
He might
said
have got
that-
one of those skills.
If I saw that many people those people hanging around that low, I would get very nervous about why they're still there.
Radiant's bottom
Yeah.
tower is under
And it just
attack.
happened that there was no reason other than, they were playing with fire. But, he has no idea. He has no vision down here
That's right.
to see who's going to be coming in to back them up.
Because Ancient Apparition's actually here now, which means he
Well,
could
it's
have been
interesting
ported there and come.
Well, it's interesting to see now that Alchemist is already level 5, and both teams are starting to be up and about a bit now, so it's going to be good to see what else outcomes. Up top has been a phenomenal amount of team fights and great work by both teams, and it's aggressive.
Look at
These
Warden's
teams want
build,
blood.
though. He has no intention of sitting there and farming. He wants to fight the whole time.
Radiant's
Definitely.
middle tower is not
With
safe.
the Bassi pickup. And what do you think his next item's going to be?
I think he's probably going to finish off his boots. He did go power treads first last time, and they're not to be underrated. They are basically a bracer and your full boot stun, so you can't complain too bad with that.
And I'm actually really impressed with the amount of kills and this is going on that Alchemist has managed to survive for most of these and be the highest level in this lane right now.
Definitely.
Definitely, that's what it was very interesting to see. He was almost level 6.
I would like to point out, though. Oh, they're gonna.
Nightmare going on.
Boom.
And oh my
Oh,
god,
wow.
mine just exploded.
So that's obviously their
Right
tri-lane
click,
plan.
Alk is going to get out of range of the cold feet, but Bane is in trouble. He is completely hemmed in by these treants. He's got no mana to do anything, and Anti-Mage just couldn't finish him off. He just resigned his fate. He's going.
Yeah, he was going to tower dive
trying
that
to
for the
stop the
shared
last hit.
kill.
Now Alk, though, he's
there
come
goes
right back in.
Nature.
He's committed a little bit too much. Nature's Prophet down, and Jakiro is right now copying a few right clicks from Anti-Mage, and I think he's going to go down as well.
Yeah.
Anti-Mage waiting for that final right click to
Said,
secure
beautiful,
that kill.
beautiful team. Beautiful then. It was just a beautiful team fight by B5 there. Definitely to wait that I'll come and let AM get that farm and those kills that he desperately needs early game.
That Jakiro is also going the liquid
Yeah,
fire
this
build.
aggressive tri-lane.
He wants
Good.
he wants that attack speed slow, the 50.
What? Tinker's going for Spectre in mid. We might see some blood here from Tinker.
Once again, though.
Oh, here he does.
Oh, nice. Once again, though, we're seeing some really clever plays from Warden. He's actually throwing the stun and then putting the acid down. So, while the sun's still in the air, before the physical damage even hits them, he's putting that acid down to lower their armor.
Definitely.
Yep, and there you go. Massive nuke on that line, and that was three
yeah.
quarters of his health gone.
That's right, and then they had to
I
sit there
definitely,
and
they are
take it.
picking on this poor line. I sort of feel sorry for him a bit. He's taking quite a beating.
All
But
in
that
the name
seems
of
to be
his
their,
team, because
strat.
Right now, Belem 5, I'd say, are getting the... Yeah, Belem 5 are getting the better of this deal
Yep.
right now. Sure, Lion's copping a bit of a beating, but, their Anti-Mage is starting to get farmed, and they're winning most of these
Well,
team fights.
Yeah. Well, if you're looking at Yao,
Alk just got 6 though, so that could change. If they don't fight unless Alk's got 6, that'll make it hard.
They're shutting they're shutting down this line because the longer they shut him down, the less opportunity that Ancient Apparition and Lion have to do their combos together. So in a way, it's kind of smart. Ancients, you know, not 6, only level 4. Lion
Yeah.
hasn't got her ulti yet, only level 4.
I think,
so definitely when that finger comes into play with Ancient's Apparition and taking extra magic damage,
Yeah.
it's going to hurt them.
I think what their strategy seems to be, going from what they did last game as well though, is they just like to get those supports down nice and squishy. They keep them squishy so that the way they can keep killing them for money. Because Warden's quite efficient
And
at
it
picking
slowly
off those
feeds
supports.
them, yeah.
What's that?
And just keep farming and living off those heroes.
Yeah.
In terms of keeping their gold up. Yeah.
There we go. Another acid.
Look from
this.
Alk. He's going on this anti-mage. And a haunt in from the Spectre. Trying to deal
I
with
thought he might
the
teleport to that
damage.
one.
Oh,
But yeah, I mean, now that Alk's got that
Just
regen,
pop it.
they're not going to be able to take him down that easily. It's going to be a lot of work.
Ancients just cop the bad end of the stick once again.
His tread toggled to get the intel so he can throw a stun. He's going to take out the
Oh, and
anti-mage.
down goes, I think, anti-mage is going to go down.
Yep, they didn't think he had the
Popped his
mana.
head too far out.
He tread toggled.
Great solo kill.
He may turn and get this Nature's Prophet if he's not careful.
Oh yeah, it is. The Jerry's going to freeze him. Oh,
In comes the stun.
Wow.
And now-
a lot of trouble.
now he's just
oh
got so much
beautiful
ulti.
play.
Tinker is porting
Tinking
in.
with Boots of Travel. He's probably going to nuke down. Oh, massive amount of damage coming out at this Jakira, and Jakira is probably going to drop.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
And Prophet gets away.
Great plays by both teams. They're really on hard guard, doing the right things, throwing them right, catching them off guard.
Having said that, during this time, I think Spectre's being left alone a lot more.
Yes, that's true, but Tinker has his Boots of Travel now.
Yeah,
Massive stun coming
that's
out
an
of the
early
air.
travel
He's gonna
boost.
drop.
There's the
That's really early travels.
Yeah, huge. He got him up before the 9-minute mark. That was about an 8-minute
That's
40.
it. He
travel.
just bad idea putting Spectre against Tinker. Tinker just smashed him all over the park, left, right, and centre.
TP
He's about
coming
to do
in
it
the
again.
line, holding him in place, and down goes the
Look
Spectre.
at that.
Maybe suffering from a little bit of overconfidence this game.
Yeah,
I think just
with
a little bit.
The huge plays that Yamad made last time, Belem 5 are really answering and making their presence known, saying, look, you pushed us around last game. This game, we've got your number. We know what you're up to, and we can be aggressive too. Check us out.
I honestly think they would have actually been better off doing
Dire's
the
bottom
reverse this
tower
game
is
and
in
just going the farm
Dire's
strap,
bottom tower
because I think
lies
Belem
in
5 is better.
Now we see a horn in, and he trying to get out. He blinks over away.
Radiant's top tower
However,
is
we have a
under
blink
attack.
dagger.
Radiant
On
has
the,
Alchemist is smashing this top tower. He's gone for Ancient Apparition.
massive ulti
Oh,
coming from Lion,
Ancient
and
just was
Valor's
not
gonna go
looking.
down.
top tower needs
Ancient was just sitting there, frozen, wasn't moving at all. Alka walked up with a concoction. Boom.
He might have been keeping his eye on the fight that was happening down here. And
Maybe I
Tinker
do
an
believe
opportunity
so.
to send out that AA ult.
Oh no, he doesn't actually have it yet.
With,
He was
Alchemist.
probably just trying to sit back far enough to get it, but not far enough he could get caught.
I will say though, they are letting this Alchemist feed, and they're going to pay for it.
Radiant's top tower is getting walloped.
No one likes a fed Alchemist.
They're probably not too
He's
scared
a
because they
scary
do
thing
know
to get
he's
out
maxed
of
his acid armor and his
Radiant's
concoction. So
top
at the
tower is
moment,
under attack.
just for the short term, he's not actually farming any more efficiently than anyone else will be.
He's been getting a lot of fun from killing all the heroes he's been killing.
Yeah, and without any levels in Greevil's Greed, his first one now has only just come online. He is currently leading in terms of net worth,
Yep.
just in front of the Tinker.
And once he gets,
He's going to go this Ancient again, I reckon.
no, he's going to get ganks this time.
Oh, look what
This
they
Prophet
did
coming
though.
in.
Straight.
And
Oh,
now Tinker
cold
here
feet.
backs him up,
Oh,
and he is,
chilling.
he is so many forms of dead.
See what I mean about that chilling touch there, guys? They're using Tinker and just boom. The extra magic damage, I said, that's definitely going to help them.
Bane is level 6 and looking to for someone to jump on this Spectre.
I believe
mid.
he's going to get line with that Fiend's Grip.
I think so. If Lion pokes his head out too far, going on this Spectre.
I think Spectre should possibly have let Lion stun him then, just so he can
Radiant's
commit.
bottom tower has uninvited guests.
There we go. We got the commitment.
And now we see the
Oh,
rotation
Bane!
of the Tinker.
Nah, Tinker.
Bane needs to
There we go.
Yeah.
Actually,
There it goes
things are
again.
happening. He cops an arrow, and I think he's going to die here. Tinker's going to go down though, so that's a nice amount of gold going.
And
away
Alk
of,
no longer has regen
Wow,
because the
they
AA
are
ulti.
really on.
Spectre's down, Alk's down.
I think that was a
Bane's down.
bit of a
That was
poor
great
choice
turn off of
drafting the
Belem.
Alk with the AA. His ulti just doesn't work. You don't get any regen with AA.
All I know is
Batrider blinks in, lasso's out. Tries to get a little bit of damage on this AA. AA might go down, but Batrider I think is going to die here with a. Oh,
Nature ran through the flames. I think there again, Nature just died then. He just ran straight through the flames.
Yep.
I do believe though this B5 are definitely got these Yomad on their back feet at the moment. I think they thought they could have a push on them, like you said, Boakley, and they're just pushing back now, going, let's go, we're ready, we're here.
Its way further down.
Yep.
Having said that,
I think it's working really well so far.
Alchemist is 400 from Shadowblade, and he's already pulling off some really incredible plays, so it'll be interesting to see what happens when he pulls out that Shadowblade and starts being able to pop up on people.
Dire's top tower is not on top of things.
But,
So the Tinker movement is really,
yeah.
really playing havoc so far with the Yamad's lineup, because Tinker can just be there for any sort of teamfight and any engagement that Lion or Anti-Mage or Nature's
Dire's
Prophet
middle
all make.
tower is
definitely,
under
I think the global, getting the global was a really good idea. Their anti-mage is trying to get up his battle fury, but he's still quite a while away. And Alk just got Shadowblade.
Yeah. While the Battle Fury isn't... It's running a little bit behind. Not majorly, but a little bit. But considering the speed that Shadow Blade is out and up on the Alchemist, he needs to be a little
The other
bit
thing
quicker.
is, people forget
Just
that...
the two sec guys.
Yeah.
Silky, how's the stats going, buddy? Just a
Yep.
bit of touch up, man, on how gold's leading and who's leading in gold and everything.
Well, leading in XP, we have Alchemist and then... Oh, Tinker just overtook. Tinker and Alchemist are fighting for position. Then we've got Nature's Prophet and the Lion.
Alchemist just exploded to the Tinker, so that's going to be a nice little bonus to that
Yep.
XP graph.
Definitely. He's now a good 50 per minute up, actually. And as far as gold per minute goes, where Alchemist is still leading in the gold, and followed by Nature's Prophet, Tinker, and Anti-Mage. So overall, the team is actually probably winning as far as gold goes, but
their top tower.
they do have their gold in the Alchemist. So
Batrider trying to go in, but he is probably going to get cold feet. Oh, he's so close to dying, and HF is going to not quite finish him off. Bad.
May pick up the Spectre,
not quite
though.
on par with
Dire's bottom
on target.
tower is under attack. Dire's top tower isn't well at the moment.
there we go. We got Alchemist channeling. Nature's Prophet saw him with a little tramp. Now he's going to stun him.
He's going to self-stun.
He needs to stop hitting that tower or it'll be deniable.
It's 16 health above being able to be denied. So that top tower is still going to have to cop it a little bit more before they can try and deny that gold going towards Belem 5.
If I was Prophet, I would wait until that Alchemist moves away, port in, and just summon Treants and do it, because Tier 1 towers don't actually benefit from backdoor protection. So the creep can be down here, and he could go do that now, and there's nothing they could do.
Alright.
Alk is going in for that stun on the enemy
Yeah,
mage.
he's
And
copping it, this AM.
I think he might get him just in time, or manages to blink out.
I think Alk was
the-
regretting
I
not
think
using the
if
acid
he
then.
didn't drop acid spray. Yeah, if he had a drop acid spray, that would have been a kill.
I still do believe though too guys that I think it would be better off if the Alchemist picked up a Skull Basher. He's missing out on some of these kills just off a blink of it, and it would be quite better I think if he picked up that. He'd get a few more kills.
Yeah, he might get that next, maybe.
I think definitely some form of extra lockdown would be definitely a good idea. Although the Skullbasher doesn't increase your attack speed, which at the moment Alk benefits a lot more from attack speed items than pure strength. But I think a Basher will give him a lot of extra lockdown for those heroes. At least solo, anyway.
We've got the AA ulti coming in on the Alchemist. Alchemist will be hit.
Yeah.
No regen for Alk.
Oh, missed actually.
He's going to kill himself.
He's going to stun himself. And that's going to kill. Oh, managed to suicide.
Wow.
Because he knew, I think he knew he was dead from the AA ulti. Because he had the debuff pretty close to proccing, I think.
Well, it looks like Nature Prophet's picked up himself a couple of Necros.
And so he's going to pure push build. Building up the Necro level to level 2 and level 3, being able to knock down towers. Do you think we're going to be seeing a Desolator coming out next for that extra tower damage?
I would like to see
Maybe.
Desolator.
I do believe that he's going to try and push as quick as possible.
I think he'll finish Necrobook first, though. I think he wants that Necrobook for the Shadowblade out. That way he can push in peace, he can see the Alchemist coming and just hide himself away and TP out. Because you can, if he uses Sprout and TPs, Out can't see him.
Go!
Yeah.
I think he will go down to the Alchemist here,
He's
though.
go on this Nature's Prophet.
And this is the global
Line's here
response.
back up and now.
This is exactly the global response they wanted.
And Smith taunts in. Alk is
There's the
held
finger,
place by
like I told
Ulti
ya.
from Lion. Down he goes, and now AA's going to go down, and Bane's got the ulti. He's going to be holding this anti-mage in place, and anti-mage manages to somehow blink out and survive this. I thought he was absolutely dead.
I think that was actually a win for B5 there. They lost more people, but their carry got out,
Radiant's
and
bottom tower
none of the
is
carries
under
got out for
course.
Yame.
Radiant structures have been secured.
Yep, the Tinker and the Animage survived that battle, and they took down, even though they only took down 2, they were both the core carry heroes for Yamad.
We do, however, have the Blink Dagger and Push Tick up on the Batrider now, so we might see some more action going from him.
Yeah, and Spectre right now, struggling for farm, only got phase boots and Vlads. We've got a BKB, the Ogre Club, up on Alchemist, so he's going for the BKB straight up now.
We got some stacking going on as well, actually. I think they want to get
Dyer's top
Alchemist
tower
that little
is
bit more
under
gold.
attack. Dyer's top tower is
He's
done
probably had
for.
enough of his ulti not working with the Ancient Apparition. He wants that BKB. That's why I was very surprised when they picked up the Alchemist once the AA was already drafted. It's a bit of an unusual idea.
So we got a regen rune up top, and I think these teams, while they're farming here in the top dire jungle, we could be seeing a meeting here in mid as they try to push down this tower.
Dyer's middle tower is in the wrong end of business.
Animage does have his Battle Fury up. Now, the other thing a lot of people forget though is
Dyer's middle
Animage
tower is
doesn't
in
just
the
need
wrong
Battle
end of
Fury, it's just
business.
the time at which he starts farming efficiently. So we're still a while away from seeing a
Yeah,
successful
exactly.
anti-mage, but it's certainly getting a lot
He's gonna be in the
closer.
jungle for a fair while still.
Yep. I wouldn't be fighting without a
This is when his
BKB
farming just
and
turns
a
on.
Manta. I wouldn't be happy to fight until then. Once he's got those two, then perhaps he may actually be able to fight comfortably without any risk.
So AAL coming out is actually going to miss these guys, and Batrider managed to take him out. Finger comes out on the Spectre. Spectre still manages to somehow survive that. Huge nuke coming from the Lion. Lion will drop, and that's going to be a 1-for-0 trade on the side of Yamad. Clawing back the kill lead, and Nature's Prophet is
Prophet
going to go down
dies to the
separately
acid.
with the Alchemist.
Oh, had that TP out, the animation actually finished, but then the acid was just too much.
Just got a final proc. Damn,
Yep.
that would have been so close.
They're really obsessed with warding those ancients, they don't want them stacked.
Dyer's middle tower is under fire.
It was quite interesting to see that death though from Nature's Prophet trying to TP away.
Drops the
Dyer's
Jakiro.
middle
Yeah.
tower is under attack.
Once again, so much global presence. That's one of my reasons. The reason I love the AA and the Nature's Prophet so much is just that global response you have. I'm sorry, what? You're messing with my carry? Fine, here's my answer.
Radiant's bottom tower has uninvited guests. Dyer's middle tower is lost. Radiant's bottom tower is now a pile of dust.
Oh, we're gonna see Nature's Prophet go down here.
So now we've got a Fiend's Grip coming out on the Nature's Prophet, and he is not having a fun time.
I think that was a cheeky
Each time
deny.
he tries to push a lane, Alk's there. And now we have a TP in from the Tinker
Tinker's
and
TPing in.
Lion, making sure
AA ulti, he's gone.
Yeah, and down he goes.
Dyer's top tower isn't well.
Somehow,
So
the Dagon
Lion
works.
doing a great job to instigate and initiate any sort of attack on the Spectre, and then all Tink has to do is just TP
That's
in
right.
to back him up, because he has so much control that, you know, a Hex followed by a stun, and that's more than enough time for Tinker to TP in and be there.
That's right, and it just makes going on supports like someone you should be able to farm as a carry, like Lion. Going on them and knowing that other people are going to respond is just, it's not something you want to think about, because you start not ganking at all.
BKB is up on the Alk, and what do you think we're going to be seeing in terms of the next item progression?
It'd be interesting. I'm not sure whether he's going to stack up more attack speed or if he's going to go for that basher that Python was talking about. Almost got Diffusal Blade
Now
on the
these
Spectre.
Ancients have been stacked a fair few times. And we got a nice
Oh,
big
wow.
group of Ancients for this Anti-Mage to farm instead of the Tinker. Although he's taking a lot of damage, I don't think he can quite handle it right now.
That is a lot of money there and a lot of XP.
Yeah. And mech pop to make sure that he can actually survive and farm his Ancients. Checking out that gold. Belem 5 doing a great job. It's not a huge lead, it's only 3k, so 3,000 gold in the lead of Belem 5.
Checking.
It is a lead, and that's a lot more than they have.
Definitely.
XP right now is really, really even though. It's only 1,000 with in Belem 5's favour. So the XP is almost non-existent in terms of the difference. So I can't wait to see when we head into the late game phase and see how these teams progress into this late game and who takes out the second game here.
Absolutely.
It absolutely could go to a third match.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
The Bat Rider going down, paying for his initiation. Out comes the AA ult. He only clips the Jakiro. So one downside with the AA is he hasn't been quite accurate enough with his ultis at the moment.
No, I've noticed one thing he's not doing that I find helps me a lot is linear. If you keep it linear, it's a lot easier.
Yeah, now Alk's probably going to go down here, although he managed to somehow turn this around, take out the Anti-Mage, and that stun saved his life from
Wow.
the Jakiro, freezing Anti-Mage in place to miss out on that last right click.
We've also got that Diffusal Blade online from the Spectre now too, so that's a lot more damage added to the ulti.
Yeah.
And we had the basher on the Alk.
Haste!
Oh, it is a basher. Great call there, Pythons. Totally called it.
Yeah, man, told you I thought it would be coming up. He's missed too many, so I thought, yeah, he'd pick up the he'd pick up his Skull Basher, pin him in line, definitely against that Anti-Mage. That's the one here that's been getting away from him way too much.
I think he's going to use
he
it to
just
rush,
doesn't
actually.
want to see it anymore. He wants to knock him down a bit.
And they're going to go right on this brush. Now, I'm not sure if there's no heroes up to contest this, so
No.
by the time they
Spectre will
finally
take
do,
it, I think.
Come on.
Dyer's top tower is not on top of things.
Alk does have one spot already ready for it.
Has fallen to the
Oh,
Ah.
top.
he does too. Oh, there you go.
And yeah, Alchemist is going to
Dyer's
have it.
top tower is under attack.
See that TP stun? Oh, They're the best. If you pull them off, people hang around expecting to catch you by surprise. And if you can pull that massive, you know,
And you've
4-second
just got
stun
a
off.
stun waiting for you.
Yep. It does go the other way sometimes though. I've done that before, and then I've had a lion stun and ulti, and then it went off and killed me. I was like, well, I guess suicide's better.
Oh dear.
Oh, we got the AA ulti with the Tinker. Once again, not linear.
He's going to hit on Kitsune. Kitsune Lion ulti, and down he goes with that Tinker.
Once again, though, I really do think he would have a lot more luck doing it in the linear lines. Because when you go like that, there's a lot more chance for you to miss.
Yeah, trying to line it up for them to walk, you know, this way across the lane.
Yeah, exactly.
It is much more difficult than doing it in a linear path, as you said. So I think that these guys are just going to be wanting to push up and take down this tier 2 mid, and actually get that much closer to this the high ground of Yamad.
That's right. Well, it's what I say to any beginning Ancient Apparition: carry TPs, and then when you want to land an ulti, TP to the tower, and then launch it from the tower. Because A, you're safe while you're not watching your character, until you get better at the map awareness, and B, you've got the straight line.
Yeah, and look, I cannot pick who has the upper hand right now out of these two teams, because they are so incredibly close with the Alk farming rate and the anti-mage actually starting to come online with the Nature's Prophet split push. This Tinker is so fat right now. The Alchemist is leading and has overtaken everyone else in terms of the net worth, but Tinker and Anti-Mage and the Nature's Prophet are the next three, and they're a fair bit ahead of everyone else.
Well, Alk's just got his Abyssal Blade.
That's a nice secondary stun coming his way.
Oh, we're going to gem a Drusite on the ground.
I'm not sure who that's going to be for. Because if they have it on their side, you know, if they lose it, then Alk's going to be in a little bit of trouble and his Shadow Blade's going to be less effective. But
yeah, it must just be for dewarding. I think it's just a deward one. Because there's no one on the other side that has that. Yeah.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
A blink in with the Bat Rider, and Nature's Prophet's going to go down with that huge global ult from the from Kitsune and the Spectre.
So at the moment,
with the Diffusal Blade dealing that extra damage.
That Diffusal Blade right now is doing the Spectre ult is doing 1/3 of Lion's health.
That's huge.
Yep.
So Lion just the normal haunt, and without the Spectre actually jumping in.
Absolutely, and Spectre's now going Manta. I actually think Anti-Mage isn't farming hard enough, because Spectre's almost like she's got the Diffusal Blade, the Vlads, the Yasha. Anti-Mage has got the Battle Fury, the Power Treads, and the Manta. I actually think out of that, Spectre's doing better, because Spectre had a lot harder start. So I think I'm leaning in favour of Yalmad now, just because they do have the Alk and the Spectre at a reasonable farm rate. We've got an Abyssal Blade on the Alk.
And the AA ult, and now huge nukes coming out, and down goes the Alk and pops the Aegis. He's trying to 1v4 these guys, which is a little bit keen, I think.
Definitely, maybe a little bit reminiscent of the previous game.
Now, Fiend's Grip pulled out from...
We've got another stun TP from the Alk.
The Vayne, and now I think Anti-Mage is in a little bit of trouble right now. Pops the Mana Star to break the chain, but that's not enough, and Alk is going to blitz it down. Good answering, and nice initiation from the Bane with the Nightmare into Fiend's Grip, so that Anti-Mage could not get away.
Shadow Blade on the Nature's Prophet. I think it's a bit of a late pickup, possibly, just because there is that detection in the game now. Yeah, I'm thinking this game leans towards
what do you think
Yalmad. at the moment.
Yeah.
Only because Nature's Prophet hasn't got
Yeah,
enough
I
carry
think-
items.
Yeah, and Alkid is getting more and more armor with each kill that he gets, and
Yeah.
his farming is just going to keep outstripping everyone else with his greed. And what do you think? Katsuni looks like he's going for a Sanj, so Sanj and Yasha, which is an interesting choice for
Bottom tower is in turmoil.
a Spectre.
Yeah,
What do you think
I
about
assumed
that?
Manta. Like, I said he was going for a Manta because I assumed, of course, you know, most diffusal blade carries go Manta.
Nature's Prophet going to go down. Now, followed by the Lion, and there's just nothing that these guys can do. Ice Path falling on the Anti-Mage. Anti-Mage is going to try and blink out. A Nightmare popping down on the Ancient Apparition. He is stuck in the middle, and he's going to explode with a couple of right clicks. Tinker doing what he can to try and push these guys back, but there's not enough damage. He's got a lot of burst, but it's just not enough.
Absolutely. I'm surprised by the Sanjin Yasha on the Spectre. I wouldn't have expected it. Maybe he's hoping...
Yeah.
I don't know. I'll have to do my research, but maybe Maim can proc on Haunts, in which case he may get kills. Because Lion can't take the
One of the
Haunt, he has to
heroes
run.
experienced
So maybe
some
he's hoping for that
technical
Maim proc
difficulties.
to help that out with the lockdown.
Yeah, maybe.
Like, obviously using it in general as well, but I think... But yeah, maybe... I would like to see a Radiance, though. I think he could start picking off people like Nature's Prophet and Lion quite badly. Not necessarily killing, but enough to force them out completely.
Do you think it's worth starting at a 33 minute mark to get your Radiance?
Not really. Having said that, they do have the Prophet, and the Prophet's pushing this lane, and you Haunt, and your Haunt kills all the creep and his trees. He can't keep pushing. So, I wouldn't
Right.
generally this late,
Yeah.
but it may actually be too late. I would have done it instead of the Sanjin Yasha. I would have gone a little bit of a glass cannon at first.
Yeah.
Now, where were we?
But,
I think he was just suffering in farming, and
yeah,
because
I think
the-
he's getting
the
sick of
Radiance
being
is such
kicked around.
a huge and expensive item.
yeah. But the
Yeah.
thing is, there's no point just increasing your
Dire's
base health
bottom
against someone
tower
like
is
AA
under
because
attack.
it's all percentage based. So 12%, if you've got 10,000 health, 12% is still a lot of it. Like, it's slightly less,
Oh,
you know,
for sure.
slightly more that they have to push through, but still, base, you know, rocking up with shit ton of base health isn't the best way to deal with an AA.
Now, as you've been saying, you know, the longer it seemed that Belem 5 were able to really rule this game early on and call the shots with their aggressive plays, but right now, coming into the late game, they're starting to actually take control of this match themselves in terms of Yamad, and they're starting to claw back with these late game
Definitely.
carry
That's
choices
why-
that they've got with the Spectre and the Alchemist.
That's what. Yeah, that's right. That's what I was saying. I wanted them to pick up a
Dire's
Drow
bottom
Ranger
tower
or
is
something
in
of the sort that's
turmoil.
you know a lot earlier, has a lot more power, because they would have pushed down so many
Dire's
more
bottom
towers by
tower
now
had a
if they'd
tragic
had something a
ending.
little bit more aggressive.
The stun going all the way over to the Tinker. Tinker's still getting a lot of right-click damage, and
Yep.
Anti-Mage is trying to save the Tinker from those illusions of Spectres.
Yeah. Spectre carries very
That round
hard,
trying to
and
pick
that's
up
why
on
I was
that
surprised
deep
with the
fight.
anti-mage pickup, because I don't think you can outcarry him. Not with anti-mage. But also, I think had they gone something a little bit earlier, like the Drow Ranger, they might have been able to take advantage of that early success they'd had. Not to mention, they're all ranged, so they'd all benefit
trying
from
to
the
keep
aura.
down they might have had high ground by this stage.
Yeah,
If
that's
they,
what I was thinking
if they chose
they
the
would
Drow
need to do,
Ranger.
but
Dire's middle tower is under
They chose the Anti-Mage, and they're going to have to live with this.
That's
with,
right.
Belem 5, and look, they've got all but one tower to go to get up onto high ground, so
Definitely.
yeah,
That's
they
right.
still have a chance. It's just getting, the longer this game goes, it's getting less and less likely that they're going to be able to take out Yalmad's Ancient.
Definitely. And, I mean, look at the Alchemist, he's got a butterfly now. He has no intention of getting knocked down at all.
Nah, And it's so sad that he just popped in right seconds before Rosh
I know.
came and popped up.
He might go check again. I think he will check again, actually. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, just that obscene attack speed now. He is going to bash proc every hit when his ultied. It will be perma bash.
Yeah, as soon as he ulties, he's going to be smashing so many hits, and there's going to be no way any sort of support, especially even a carry, can stand up to the right click of this Alchemist.
That's right. AA is checking, but what are they going to do? It's too late.
Dire has dispensed with Roshan.
Way too late. And right now, Belem 5 are on the back foot. They got to make sure that they don't give away too big of a team fight, because if there's a team wipe happening right now and Nature's Prophet goes down, that's they can say goodbye to not only their tier 2, but probably their tier 3 and racks.
Absolutely. Their best bet at the moment is holding that ground with March while Nature's Prophet tries to do something, but I don't think he can take on the Spectre. He's not carry profit enough, I don't think.
Dire's bottom tower.
Yeah, and
is
the fact
under
that he hasn't
attack.
invested in a Desolator to smash down those towers as quickly as possible. Sure, he's got a Necro book, but he needs
Yeah, I'm a
some
big
damage
fan of the
to be
Desolator on the
down high
Prophet.
ground.
In turmoil.
It's just so much more viable as far as taking it. Oh, he's got Tinker coming in. Oh, this could be it. This could...
Alchemist managed to self-stun, and now, yeah, we got Spectre coming in. Nature's Prophet trying to TP out.
Oh,
managed
that
to
was
do it.
Dire's
Lucky
top
for
tower
B5.
Isn't well at the moment.
Yeah, that could have turned out much worse, but both the Tinker and the Nature's Prophet managed to get out and deal a little bit of damage to this top tier 3.
Absolutely. I can't resist getting the Desolator on the Prophet personally. Just being able to, because quite often you get like a 10-second period and then you have to leave, and you want to be able to get something for it.
Just maximize the amount of
Yep.
right-click damage that you do.
I mean,
into
I've
those
even done
towers.
Desolator
it
AC
really
before.
Is important.
just for the extra armor
that's
debuff on the
crazy.
tower. It's like, if you know that it requires, like if you know a game's going to come down to you backdooring, you need to be
Dire's
ready to do
middle
it.
tower is in the wrong end of business.
And you need everything at your disposal
Yep.
to be able to knock down those towers. So yeah, and I think for Belem 5, it is really going to come down to Rat Dota of Nature's Prophet and the Tinker being able to hold back each and every
Yep.
lane that Yaomad push toward their tier 2 towers.
Absolutely. I think they do have buyback. Like, I think both of them are hanging on to their buyback because they know how important it is that they both don't go down.
Yeah, both of them do have buyback. Both the Nature's Prophet and the Tinker have buyback.
Now, as much as I have, been a bit dismissive of this Animage, he is quite casually farming a heart. So, he does deserve respect still. And they need to do something about that. They can't just let him farm that.
Once he does get that up, those Manta-style illusions are going to be so much tankier.
Yep.
And they're going to be able to smash down a lot of the mana of the heroes like Bane and Jakiro and even Batrider,
Yep.
whose mana is kind of important
That's
for
right.
him to be effective.
The only issue I have is Spectre doesn't have that much mana, which means once the diffusal effect from his mana break stops hitting you, it's actually quite a lot easier to tank him. And he can ulti, and it would kill Spectre, but then that would blow the ulti. So to beat Spectre, I think he has to have the ulti. Otherwise he can't beat Spectre, I reckon. And probably the same with Alk.
Yeah, Alk's mana pool, look, it's significant for a strength hero, but it's not
Yep.
great.
And
So,
if he comes in with no
once
mana...
exhausted, sure, he's not able to throw stuns.
That's right, and if he comes in with no mana, I don't think Animage has the damage to take him. Because he does need that extra 64 on each attack. Well, it's not actually 64, but it's close. It's like 50 something. It's a lot when you combine it with the Manta
So
style.
where were we?
Yeah. Now, what do you think Spectre's going to go for? Because he's got 3,500 in the bank.
Maybe he is going the
Radiant
Radiance.
Maybe, that's true.
We are seeing him take out,
the
like,
Sacred Relic.
That's right. Well, you did say that Tinker needed help dealing with from the anti-mage dealing with the Spectre illusion. So perhaps he observed that and went, you know what, this could be a good way to pick off the Tinker and the Nature's Prophet.
You see Horns in, and AA is 100% down. Alchemist is going in invis after this anti-mage. Anti-mage is going to blink out of range, and so he's not going to cop a... Well, wasn't going to cop a stun, but now he totally is.
And the blink stun. Oh, I would have chased that. Yep, they are chasing that. Tinker cancel the TP. No. That was close. They nearly lost their anti-mage then. Anti-mage does have heart though, so heart is now up on the anti-mage.
So a decent amount of farming coming out from the anti-mage to get back in this, and he's gone up from 4th place to 3rd place in terms of net worth, so he's overtaken the Nature's Prophet. So Tinker's the only one that's a little bit more farmed than the anti-mage.
However, we do have the XP
dear.
going in favour of Spectre and Alchemist at the moment. I think it's just because they've been involved in more fights. I think that's the key decider on their XP increase. They've been involved in more successful fights.
Tinker's just casually thrown on 3 levels to his Dagon though.
Wow. I would actually really like to see an Ethereal
So now
Blade
he's got
come
level
out
5 ready
from the
for it.
Tinker.
Yeah, that would be so good.
Just
We
a
saw
quick see by
was
to
it
the
last match
Spectre.
or one of the matches that we did before?
Yep. I would really like to just see the Ethereal Blade come out and a quick see if I. Good luck, Spectre. Because, like I said, I did calculate that damage and it was 2,600 and something.
And what is Spectre currently sitting on in terms of HP?
2,939.
So that's almost all of his
Yep.
HP.
If that's an AA ulti, it's done. He's dead.
Yeah.
And
we
that's
didn't
not
see
including
Radiance
the
come
damage.
out from Spectre for a heart, so...
Yep. It's actually kind of weird seeing the agility carry get the heart and the strength carry get the butterfly.
Yeah. That is kind of funny, but I think Al's got so much health regen. Even...
Yep.
Look, the AA can stop with that health regen, but he's still a terrifying force. And
That's right, and that
close enough with
mischance.
the Spectre that he gets the...
That's right.
Yeah.
Mischance just makes life hard.
The Spectre that he gets the
Yep.
Vladimir's offering aura, he'll still be able to regen a fair amount of damage with his right click.
Yep. That's right. Once the AA ulti wears off, he'll just be able to regen fully back up, just using the Vlads even. He's hitting that hard now. We do have the
we're
Ethereal
just
Blade
sort of waiting
coming.
for this one huge team fight.
Yep.
Yeah?
We've got a
Better
Ghost
start on
Scepter.
the Ethereal Blade?
Yep, we got the Ghost
Okay.
Scepter up. And we've got a Hex Stick. We've got 2 Hex Sticks on the side of B5, so that could be a tide changer. I think AA is about to go down here.
Yeah.
But he does get the ulti off.
He
He
throws
did
the
his
ulti,
job.
Doesn't hit anyone.
No, but he skimmed the Alchemist, so no regen for Alch. Now it's over.
But there's not enough follow-up damage to actually make that effective, so he's going to be absolutely fine, and they're going to get this tier 2 tower. The Hex Sticks could make a difference, you know, having the line Hex.
Oh, they got him.
Radiant's middle tower had an unhappy ending.
And the Spectre TP, and now Anti-Mage really going hard on this Alchemist. Alchemist actually
Yep.
has to sort of turn and run a little bit from him, and doing well. Nature's Prophet, though, probably going to go down to the right clicks of of the Alchemist, and just sitting in the fire, he's going to go down.
They did take the gem.
Somehow managed to survive, and now Anti-Mage being held all together. They've got the Fiend Script. He's going to be absolutely fine. He gets enfeebled, and somehow, I have no idea, Nature's Prophet runs out of the fire and manages to TP out. He was so close to dying.
He's also picked up their gem, so that's probably a bit of a win for them. They got the Alchemist, and they got the gem, and they got the Spectre. I think he wants to push now. AA is saying push.
Yeah, actually.
And I would. Why not? At least they can force a buyback on the Alchemist at least.
The Alchemist being down is a big deal, and I
Yep.
don't think, and the again, the two cores go down, so all they've got is a Bane, a Jakiro, and a Batrider, and that is not enough to stand up against an Anti-Mage.
I don't think they're pressuring hard enough for what they've for what's left up. I don't think there's enough pressure being applied.
Nightmare stopping the Nature's Prophet from TPing out, and the Hextick's worn off now, so Batrider's going to be able to take him out. Dust is sitting on the Nature's Prophet, and he's got his finger, so he's not going to be able to do anything, and down he goes.
They did take
Although
Batrider.
still managed to take out that Batrider. Yeah. I think it might have been his,
Dire's top tower is under
the fire
attack.
that took out the Necro units. So now
Using
Stun
Lion
coming
as a
out on the
courier.
Tinker's going to run, he's trying to nuke down, but he's going to go down yet again, and that is not fun for Tinker. That's twice in a very short period of time that he's gone down. However, there's a lot of damage being dealt by this anti-mage straight to this tower. Tower's going to go down.
Bane's going to go down.
Should get out if I was him. However, a nuke from his ulti, and Bane melts.
I think they need to take advantage of this. They've got 2 major disables down now. They do have 3 up, 3v3. Maybe they can't win it without the Tinker. Maybe it is a good call not to go.
Yeah. And look, they've only got 1 more tower to get to, like, they've got 1 more tier 3 that is basically
Dire's
down. It's
middle
probably going to
tower
go down
is
actually
under
now.
fire.
And they've got the tier 3 top.
Yep.
So no more tier 2.
That's right.
Tier 3 top is down.
Dire's
Roshan
middle
is
tower
up,
good
so
position.
it could
It's a
all
really
pin
good
on this
position.
Rosh.
Yeah. Now, oh my god, the bash is coming out from Alchemist on the Anti-Mage. Anti-Mage, look, he's got no mana left. As you were saying, now that the mana's out, and Anti-Mage, a global skill from the Spectre, gonna get a couple more right clicks. Oh, manages to just get out. Thanks to that heart, survived that little bit longer after blinking into the trees and TPing out. So if he had gone down there, it would have been big trouble.
That's
on
right.
the side of, Belem 5.
That's
But
actually
they're
another
still in
reason
this.
I'd like to see a Radiance on the Spectre. Just to keep that heart ticking down, even if he's not getting the hits on.
Swift comes the season.
Tinker's doing his job, keeping each of the lanes pushed so that they can transfer. Nature's Prophet can just TP in and take a casual tower and racks wherever he needs to be.
Absolutely. We've got yellow. One of the yellows was pointing out Rosh. I'm not sure which one it was. But the Alchemist is still topping the gold per minute charts, but Spectre's dropped off quite badly. We've got Anti-Mage is second,
Now,
Nature's
where
Prophet is
were
third,
we?
and Tinker is fourth.
And look,
Yeah.
Alchemist is only winning by 4k, which with Greevil's greed is actually not that much compared to
No,
the Anti-Mage.
not at all.
Anti-Mage has clawed back his farming, and he is like a beast right now.
That's right, and I was criticising him for being passive before, but he seems to have come out, and apparently I don't respect Anti-Mage enough.
Yeah, Nature's Prophet could go down though. He's in a little bit of trouble right now.
Got the
Nature's
Ice
Prophet
Bar.
is going to get hooked by the Bat Rider. He's going to get pulled up into the power, and he's going to go down thanks to that Bane sap. And Gem is now transferred.
And this is Rosh.
And his Lion dropped down, and this is definitely Rosh. And he's going to drop way too quickly for Belem 5 to do anything about it.
I think Anti-Mage just needs to push while they're
However-
trying to take it.
Yeah, that's exactly what he was going to do. But Rosh is half health, so TP back from the Bat Rider to make sure that the the Anti-Mage doesn't take these top racks.
I would like to see an AA ulti on the Rosh, just as a sort of a
Dire
discouragement.
has claimed Roshan's life.
These illusions just dealt half damage to that racks, and that was just illusions.
Yep. We have Aegis on the Spectre now
Because
too.
Butterfly is now up on Anti-Mage.
Yep. I think they may have given them too much space. They had a nice little niche period where they were a lot stronger, and I don't think they realised until too late.
Yeah, and now the Hexstick, as you said, Hexsticks are up on Nature's Prophet and Tinker. So if Tinker and Nature's Prophet can actually survive for a team fight and get those Hexsticks off, then yeah, Anti-Mage can just go to town
Yep.
on those little pigs trotting around.
Exactly, and Alex Butterfly doesn't work when he is hexed.
Yeah, so that
So-
evasion goes completely out the window.
That's right.
One of the heroes experienced some technical difficulties.
So we have Cheese up on the Alchemist, and I'm guessing the Aegis on, Spectre. And Spectre's got 4,200 in the bank, so she's almost close to her next big item coming out.
Absolutely.
or Yamad. And this is a wonderfully close game. I mean, the Anti-Mage has gotten so fat. He's farmed up a Storm, and he is ready to take on now. Whether
Yeah.
it's going to be enough, whether he has the support of Nature's Prophet and Tinker to take down these two big, hard-hitting carries of Spectre and Alchemist, we'll just have to wait and see for this next big team engagement. Because right now they're just sort of playing the Rat Dota game, trying to split push out each lane. But right now, I think it's going to coalesce very, very soon into a big team fight.
That's right. Well, at the moment, they should fight now because Spectre's not 6-slotted.
Now,
Anti-Mage
where
is.
were we?
Alk's not 6-slotted. Anti-Mage is. So their best bet is probably to fight now. And not allow those other carries to farm, because Anti-Mage is sitting on a Manta, Battle Fury, Heart, Power Treads, Vlads, and a Butterfly. I can't really see what else he can get apart from some TP boots. He could drop the Vlads, but
Yeah, that's
he'll lose his life
kind
still.
of it.
Survival.
The
So
Vlads, what would you get instead? Like Mjolnir or something?
I wish somewhere he could fit a Basher, but I can't disagree with his build either. Like, that he had no choice. He had to get both of those other items, the Heart and the Butterfly, to have any hope of surviving a Spectre and an Alchemist. So I don't know where he could fit the Basher. I'd like him to have one, but I don't know where he could fit it. So I think he's done. He just needs to go and fight now.
Now I think
Wait
he's
for.
Micro down here. He's not going to have a chance to get anything off. Although we see a nuke coming out from Lion. His mana is completely gone though. Ancient Apparition goes down.
Good micro on those
Spectre.
Necromicons.
And now Nature's Prophet Hex, but he's stuck in the trees. And this Alchemist turns around and he goes, "Oh yes, you're going to stuck me in trees? Well, you're in here too, so you're stuck in here with me." Mana, he pops out the cheats for that extra mana, it's fine. And now, oh god, Anti-Mage, he's copping a fair bit of damage, but still managing to sit and in this Pyro and just heal all the way through, and trying to get some stun and some crack control on this Spectre so that he can actually kill him. He needs a little bit more right click. A couple more. Spectre goes down. Aegis is popped. However, he's got Ancient Apparition is down. Tinker's down for a long time. Nature's Prophet had brought back to actually help out here, and Nature's Prophet's going to be in a lot of trouble again because Anti-Mage is nowhere to be found. Anti-Mage has run away and just left Nature's Prophet to die. He's fed him to the wolves, and now I think with this team fight, we could see high ground being taken by Yamad.
Radiant's top tower was crushed to smithereens.
And the fact that Nature's Prophet now doesn't have buyback.
Yep, and neither does Tinker. Having just used it. I would absolutely like to see them group up and push now though. I think they can do it. And going by that fight just then, Anti-Mage was quite comfortably taking on the Spectre with no issues. He can clearly win that war right now.
Yeah. I don't know if he's that comfortable against the Alchemist, but he's definitely the Spectre doesn't worry him that much.
That's right. It
Alchemist
was
has
unfortunate.
picked up MKB though, so evasion is now non-existent.
Yep. It was unfortunate
The
for him
Anti-Mage.
actually. He had it lined up so he could kill the Alchemist with the Bane, or at least hurt him really badly. He had all the Bane's mana gone, and Bane had BKB on when he ultied. It didn't quite run out, so it did nothing, and therefore there was no AoE damage.
Oh, that sucks.
Yep. Otherwise it would have done, like, what is it? 1800? Would have done 2000 damage. Not 2000? Yeah. Over
That's a
2000.
massive
2000, like 400, 500 damage. So it wouldn't have killed the Arc, but it would have hurt. And we've got an MKB on the Arc now, so Butterfly doesn't work. He may just be able to beat out.
Yeah, MKB, Heart. Alk is 6-slotted right now.
Yep. Having said
So you're
that,
saying, Alk wasn't 6-slotted.
That's right.
He is now.
that's right. I think they took that little bit extra time, and it may hurt them. They may regret having given them that extra time, just like Yamad did with the Anti-Mage. However, Alk is on a 4-second BKB. I would be very seriously looking at replacing that with the Hex Sticks and that. Otherwise, Anti-Mage will take him out before he gets to do anything.
Now it seems that it's such a high farming game. We have 3 hearts in on these heroes. We have a heart on Alchemist, heart on Spectre, heart on Anti-Mage, and the amount of farm that these guys have, 35,900 gold net worth for Alchemist, 30,000 net worth for Anti-Mage. It's immense.
We also have
amount of
3
gold that
necro
is in
books,
this match.
so even the supports are fed.
Yeah, with 15,000 XP in favour of Yamad. And we have 7,500 gold, which isn't that much.
So
and now down goes the Batrider. Huge nukes coming out of the Batrider, but Lucky Queen is down. Ancient Apparition is down. Huge right clicks coming on the way down the leg out. Oh my god. Now the Anti-Mage is down. Anti-Mage is down. I repeat, for the last time, Anti-Mage is down.
Yep, and we've got Spectre ported in on the Nature's Prophet, so they're already got to push him in. He put it in, not the Nature's Prophet, the AA, sorry. Ported it in, killed the AA, started pushing that Rax. And I don't know why he's running. I honestly think he can fight this. He has a heart. He's strong. I think he could afford that. But we've also got a Monkey King Bar on the Spectre now too. So Butterfly's gone. Anti-Mage may as well sell it and buy something else.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower.
Ethereal Blade up a little bit too late on the Tinker.
Yep. Yeah, I would seriously consider selling that that Butterfly now on the Anti-Mage. Double Monkey King Bar. So it's now only giving him 30 agility and 30 attack speed and 30 damage. It's not actually that great of an item anymore. Maybe we can see a BKB. I would like to see him sell it and buy a BKB. I think he could do a lot more with that. Or even the Abyssal Blade.
Not being, frozen up with the Bane or the Jakiro. And even the Alk Stun's not going to do anything.
That's right, because I mean...
less food though.
Yeah, and Bane can still ulti, but it means they have to use them on him, and they can't knock down the supports that they've been doing. Such an intense game.
Boots Travel coming out on the Spectre.
Rosh is due to spawn soon, and they know it. They're going to wait for it.
Money.
They are literally going to wait for this Rosh, get it, and then...
Yeah, we'll have to see whether this rush is going to be a high or low cooldown, whether it's going to be closer to the 8-minute or closer to the 11-minute. So we're going to see just under 2 minutes until Alchemist comes back up. So it's a longer one, about the 10-minute mark.
Yeah, that's right.
A little under.
I'm not sure who they're going to give it to because they don't actually have anyone with a slot. And good, Alk did buy that extra BKB I was talking about. So he's now got a 9-second BKB.
Oh yeah, he just popped his 10-second before. Nice. So much money going around. He just has a.
And I think that's what made all the difference in the team fight. That's right. That's right. I think that's what made all the difference in the team fight. Just that difference in no lockdown on the Alchemist. He just got to sit there and hit. My record is 3.
I'm just trying to think what Belem 5 can actually do to get back in this game, because right now they are completely on the defensive, and Tinker's trying to push out each of these lanes to get them close to the tier 3s, so that Nature's Prophet can actually deal a little bit of damage, but it's just not working so far.
I would like to see a Desolator on the Prophet. If we can get a Desolator on the Prophet, Alk actually only still has 12 armor. That's not significant. That's still, like a Desolator is going to half that and a little bit more. And that could be the difference between death and survival.
Now,
another thing I would like to see
on this Nature's Prophet,
is on one of the more tankier supports, probably the Tinker because he's surviving a bit more, or possibly even the lane. I'd like to see him get a Vlad's so Anti-Mage can ditch it and buy a more carry heavy item. Because he just doesn't have enough anymore.
What item would you be suggesting at this point?
Like I said, either BKB or Abyssal. He needs either more lockdown or to not get affected by lockdown. I think he's having to chase too hard in the fights. Like he's having to loop around like this and try and move around, and try and bounce around to try and chase people. And of course, then he's using his blink to catch up with them. And then when enough people turn on him, he doesn't have his blink to get out.
Yeah, and he gets completely stuck and locked down
Yep.
with the with all the stun coming up from Jakiro and Bane, and yeah.
I have seen him do some really good plays that I haven't had a chance to mention though. There's been a few times Bane's actually done his ulti animation on the anti-mage, and he's manted just as it's halfway through, so that way he loses the target and has to re-click it.
Ah, right.
Another thing I wouldn't mind seeing on...
So it's the wait, you can
Yep.
actually activate Manta style while you're in.
No, you have to do it before. But if you do it
sure.
before, they'll lose even the... You know how you can have your thing clicked on someone and your character will chase to do it? You lose that.
Oh, right. So
Completely.
when it is the animation.
Yeah, once you see the animation, because
Clicks
it's a
on
pretty
the
obvious
Manta
animation. Once you see that coming up, if you manta, he has to redo the whole thing. Same with the Alk Stun. I'm pretty sure you can dodge the Alk Stun with the Manta. But yeah, it makes life hard. Also, the Nature's Prophet's trees, if it's on the other side, you can Manta and he'll have to re-click it if he's targeted you. But if he's targeted the ground, it'll still hit you.
So the Manta style being able to block a lot of the abilities.
Yep.
Well, a lot of targetable abilities. So
Absolutely.
The Bane, his Fiend's Grip with the BKB lockdown, it can be sort of negated a little bit by that Manta style.
Definitely. I use it quite a lot when they've got Orchids on the team. If they go for an Orchid instead of a Hex Stick, I usually, if I'm an agility carry that requires a Manta, like could use a Manta, I'll get a Manta. I'll let them Orchid, and then I'll Manta out of it.
I think that's well, the just the sheer flexibility, it's almost like a diffusal blade kind of.
That's why I love
the
PL,
Manta style, so-
because you get to get both. So someone comes in,
Yeah.
silences and dusts you, you purge it, and then someone else comes through and hits you with, goes to hit you with another Orchid or something else, and you Manta out before they can hit it properly.
So we have to wait for Belem 5 and their anti-mage to reconnect, because without him there is no match for Belem 5, because Nature's Prophet and Tinker are really just they just tickle the Spectre and the Alchemist at this stage.
I would like to see
So
the
check out,
Ancient Apparition
so
come out a bit
XP.
more.
Yeah, and he just keeps getting nuked down at the start. He's
Yep.
not actually hitting many multiple hero ultis.
Yeah.
So he's not being that effective, unfortunately.
I reckon
but
the best formation they could have is like that. They need to have Animage there, and then have your line sitting beside him, like behind him, just behind him. Let them engage on the anti-mage, because he does have that heart and the butterfly, which doesn't work for the Spectre and the Alchemist, but it does work for everyone else. Let them engage on him, and then reinitiate using the line as a stun, and then you get the nice AA ulti, which is the plan all along, and get Tinker to send in rockets and march and all the nice stuff.
Yeah, and look, they still have an ability to claw it back, because at this stage, checking out the hero levels of everyone, and we have 3 heroes on 25, 2 on 23, and even the supports have broken the level 20 mark.
Yep.
They're sitting at 21 and 22, with AA. AA's only sitting on level 13.
Yeah, that's hurting.
And then the Lion's on 18. So, yeah, for sure. AA has had just not a very strong match and hasn't actually managed to be that effective after those few early kills that were in the trial lane. So, and even looking at the XP, like with how far behind he is, 20,000 in favor of Yamad. That's
Yep.
a lot of XP. That's a decent XP difference, and 14,000, a big drop in favor of Yamad. Over the last just few minutes.
Yeah, exactly. 501 last hits on the anti-mage.
That's so many.
That's a lot.
So much farming.
Absolutely. I honestly think though that extra BKB buy from the Alchemist may have been the nail in the coffin. If they don't pull off the perfect team fight.
Yeah, I think everything has to go perfectly right for Belem 5 to actually pull this off and claw out a win. Whether Nature's Prophet is going to be able to take out these top racks while they're farming. I think he might be able to get the ranged racks. I don't think he'll be able to get the melee though.
Yeah, and they do have backdoor protection. I don't think without a Desolator he's going to be able to punch through it.
I think he might be hoping that his Necro units can deal enough damage, but yeah, without a Deso, it's going to be an uphill battle.
Yeah, it's not going to be easy. I think one of the other things to note is the amount of support money. You don't very often see supports in these games with money, and it's really interesting some of the stuff they're doing with it. Like we got Batrider, he's going for a Hex Stick. And if he gets that...
I want to know how many games a Batrider has actually had a Hex Stick.
I know, right? It's kind of like, as a support, you've got your Push Stick, and then you've got your mech, and then you've got your Mana Boots, and then you're kind of like, oh, okay, cool, so everything else is my dream item. I'll just pick a dream item and slowly go for it. You never actually get there, but if you do, it's awesome.
And these Necro books are coming out from all the supports really. We've got the Nature's Prophet with a Necro book, and unfortunately that's the only one, only Necro book sitting on the side of Belem 5. So we got the Necro book up on Batrider and a level 3 Necro book on Jakiro. So actually some more tower push or counter push coming the way of Yamad.
Yeah, exactly.
To, face up against this Nature's Prophet.
I would actually, I wouldn't mind seeing. I noticed actually before, no one really cares about the gem anymore because there's so many Necro books in the game. It's kind of irrelevant. Like they're kind of all just walking around with it, and if they've got it, that's nice, but they don't care.
Yeah, they just keep swapping around, chucking on the ground. Here, take this.
Yeah, exactly. Like, you'd never see anyone drop a gem in a game normally. And these guys are just like, oh, okay, I'll just leave it on the floor in the edge, and when you come past at some point you can grab it.
And looking at the items of all these heroes with so much net worth, and then you just click over on this sad little ancient apparition.
I know.
With his Mana Boots, his Wand, and his Aghanim Scepter. At the 57-minute mark, and he's just not having a great time.
Yeah, exactly. I don't think he keeps leading in the fights, and I don't think that's a good way to go with this sort of lineup. The other thing is he's not with anyone. Like, he's always on his own, playing it safe, which is fine. But Spectre can port in and kill him now wherever he is. He needs that extra help. And I think his best bet would be to have the Spectre's pretty habitual about porting in on him now. So I think his best bet is to sit there, wait for her to port in, and then have the Tinker come in and help. Because a shutdown on that Spectre would be a big deal.
And checking out, buybacks. There's buyback available in Anti-Mage. There's buyback available on Spectre and on Alchemist. So the three big guys, and even Nature's Prophet has buyback. So if he manages to somehow take down this ranged Rax here, and he pays with his life for it, that's okay because he's got buyback. He can just come right back, jump in another lane, and start pushing that out with Tinker.
That's right. Okay, so I did the maths. This game overall, absolutely everybody has earned 175,114 gold.
That is massive.
That's a lot of gold.
I would be interested to see what the biggest net worth overall game would be, and see, you know, how this match compares to it, because there's been a lot of kills, a fair amount of team fighting, and some just huge amount of farming. You know, the Alchemist and Anti-Mage, two of the biggest farmers out there. You know,
yeah, that's right.
Looter in this match. Oh my god.
Yeah. I think they're regretting not having the secondary carry now, though.
Yes.
Because they don't have anyone. Normally, when you've got two carriers, sort of one fights one carry and one fights the other, and both would rather fight whichever one that's fighting them anyway, because they're used to fighting them. And it comes down to who wins out of those two. Whereas when you've got one, it's 1v2, and that's not so nice.
Now, where were we?
Oh, I got a bit of an arm pause.
The Anti-Mage is going to be feeling a little bit lonely. You know, Tinker's doing all that he can, but he just doesn't have that carry potential that
That's right.
you know, Spectre does.
Not really sure. Got the Anti-Mage heading back to base. There was an unpause because he is not returned yet.
Yeah, maybe. Unfortunately, I don't understand Portuguese, so I wasn't sure what was being chatted. But maybe the Anti-Mage is going to be microed by someone else.
Yeah.
They're going to be trying to probably, I'm guessing, by the AA, because the AA is currently not moving.
Yep, and that makes sense. You can't have
So
him sit there.
support is now microing.
Having said that, he has all the money he needs. It's probably worthwhile just keeping him in base and having the AA get out there and get some money. I mean, he's not going to need any more money than he's got.
Uproot and after them.
True, but he needs to be available for those team fights. And like, AA can just sit in base and throw out the ulti when it's needed. Like, there's not much else that he offers, in all honesty. That's all he offers, is his ulti and that lack of regen.
Yeah, that's right.
If he comes in on that fight, that tiny amount of extra damage that he's going to give isn't going to be worth it. Maybe that extra magic damage, but, you know, Tinker's got an Ethereal Blade, so he's not going to really need much help dealing that magic damage. And Rosh is going to be up in a matter of seconds, about 5 seconds.
And they just can't contest, really, I don't think. Unless they have someone micro the Anti-Mage, they can't contest that.
An unfortunate DC for Belem 5, and this we're gonna have to see if that something that really makes them suffer, and they can't actually come back, because while it wasn't looking great for them, they were still in this and still had the potential to bring this back.
Dire defeated Roshan in heated battle.
So Aegis is done now. Jakiro has picked up a Vladimir's offering. A bit of regen for these two rack-licking heroes. And yet again, heading back to farm and push out these lanes. Ensure that Tinker and Nature's Prophet can't port in and take out a tower and racks while they're trying to push up mid or top lane.
That's it. Okay, I ran it through the translator. It's a little bit garbled, probably because they were probably talking how we do, but in Portuguese. So they were probably using acronyms and stuff as well. Something about an admin sympathetic pause or something like that. And the second comment was about throwing.
Unlimited. Oh, right.
So it would have been something along the lines of those throws or something like that.
And he has so many. He can just permanently hexed, and he is now dead. He's going to buy back and get a port right back again. Ethereal Blade popped out, and now Tinker's just going to go down. He's trying to nuke as much as he can before he dies, and now health right back up on the Batrider, and down goes the Nature's Prophet, and that's their two pushes for the count.
Yep.
And at this stage, Belem 5 really.
I think
this is kind of done.
That's
for
right.
them.
I think Prophet would have actually been better off over here.
Yeah, there is buyback though for both of these heroes, so they can buy back and immediately port in top, bottom, to while these guys are pushing.
Radiant's top tower needs bandages.
I'd like to see Prophet go
See
to
that
the
Radiant
save.
just
Yep, Tinker told him
fortified
to.
their
He's going.
structures.
Uprooted after them.
Oh no, he's not going.
Radiant's top
Decided
tower
not
is
to.
getting walloped.
Tinker did tell him to push bottom.
Sometimes you get told to do things and decide not to listen.
That's right. I think he wants to make sure they don't get the racks and then go to force the ports back. And that's probably the way to do it. Leave, force the ports back and then go. But oh, brilliant bait with that Manta illusion.
Here, take rid of the second. Yeah. And
But-
now there's Anti-Mage. About to jump in and this is going to seal the deal. AA ulti comes out,
Barracks have fallen.
stops the regen on the two supports, but they're going to
That's it.
TP back.
I think it really would benefit from doing it in a more linear fashion. Those angles are hurting him. He's only like he's having to trigger them at funny angles and stuff.
And they're just going to back off and again go back to just passively pushing out
Yep.
each lane. This is just a really slow push out and high farming, high gold match.
Yep. So we've actually got the Hex stick up on the bat rider now.
Haste.
That's amazing. I suppose it's like they took out top racks and then just TP'd out and straight into their respective lanes that were getting pushed out, both the mid and the bottom lane. So there wasn't any answer really for Belem 5 when the racks were taken. And those racks were going to get taken anyway, so I think Tinker and Nature's Prophet should have TP'd
Yep.
into those lanes to push them out and actually do a bit of damage to those towers. Because
That's
they were
right,
gonna
I
lose
mean-
racks anyway.
That's why I wanted to see that Desolator on the Prophet, because he could, just with a few seconds with the tower, have it gone.
Marching Machine's going to be popped out, and Nature's Prophet needs to rotate. Although no, each of the lanes are pushed out. I think we're going to see just a slow suffocation.
Yep.
Belem 5, and just systematically taking out tower, racks, and then ancient. TP's in, but Tinker's creep was killed. And now we're going to have an answering TP
Radiant's
coming in
bottom
with the
tower
Alchemist.
has uninvited guests.
I think they're fortunate. He's fortunate at this
Radiant's
stage
bottom
that
tower is
the carriers don't
filled
have
with
space
the
for dust anymore.
Radiant's bottom barracks are in danger.
So
Just let him go.
they just lost 2 people from that Spectre ulti and the
Radiant's bottom
Jakiro.
barracks are under attack. Radiant's bottom barracks were defeated.
And that's when you know that you're kind of screwed. And I think the GG clip is going to come out from Belem 5 any minute now. They had a great start, really powerful initial landing effects, and with the Fiend's grip on...
Yeah, this game was really interesting. It was kind of like,
And Fiend's going to go down.
yeah, like there was stages of this game where Yao Mad seemed to let the game go from not pushing it enough, and then B5 did the same thing, and then Yao Mad did the same thing, and it was just interesting the way it fluctuated. But unfortunately, with the DC of the Anti-Mage, they didn't really have a lot of
Close
hope.
match nearly the entire game. And unfortunately, the Alk and the Spectre double carry the dual core hero
That's
lineup,
right.
managed to pip out the twin core lineup in this late game farming stage. So
That's right, and
great
it is
job,
that is the meta now.
Congratulations going to Yao Mad for a 2-0.
It's not safe.
And that's right, and you were saying about yesterday that is the meta now, to have more than one carry. It's not the 4 protect 1 anymore. It's a bit more of a
Yeah. It's those heroes that can transition into a late game carry, or at least a semi carry, and provide a lot more damage output than having 4 people pretend you're one hard hitting carry.
That's right,
Like it
'cause-
used to be the meta 2 patches ago.
exactly, because I mean, if you gank one now, you're letting the other carry free farm. You can't win.
Yeah. and just some great play coming out from Yamad. And although Belem 5 came out swinging in the start of this match, and really showed what they could do. Unfortunately, the carry potential of Yamad just really took over, and there was nothing they could do about it. So, amazing second match here. Thank you all for watching, whether you're on Twitch TV, whether you're on Dota TV. Make sure you guys check us out, because my name's Boakley, and joining me was Silk, and we had Pythons a little bit earlier in the match, and we are 4 States casting, so you can check us out on Dota TV. Follow us. Make sure you keep in touch, and we'll let you know whenever we go live, ready for more SDL, as well as a couple of other tournaments, both around the world and here in Australia. So please check us out, follow us on Twitter, Facebook, whatever, and we'd love to hear from you. Until then, play some more Dota.